If you're thinking about buying a Santa Fe or Sorento right now, make sure to watch this video. It would also be great if you could share it with anyone who might need it. The reason is if you don't know, you might regret it. Hello, this is Yomok Group. The TM-122, a next-generation hybrid system newly developed by Hyundai Motor Group, was first introduced to the world through the Palisade. The new Palisade hybrid not only improves fuel efficiency, but also delivers powerful performance suitable for a large SUV, boasting an impressive 330 horsepower. It features tremendous power and advanced functions. However, the fuel efficiency is a bit disappointing at the initial launch. There were a lot of reactions like this, but this is more of a reaction from people who haven't driven a full-size vehicle. For those who have already experienced full-size vehicles, a high fuel efficiency of 14.1 kilometers per litre with 18-inch wheels is still considered high. The satisfaction level is quite high. Honestly, getting more than 8 kilometers per litre in a full-size SUV is really difficult. Also, with the combination of a 2.5 litre turbocharged gasoline engine and 2 electric motors, the total output reaches 330 horsepower and a maximum torque of about 48 kgfm, delivering powerful performance. Now, this is a strong contender against the Sorento this year. The Santa Fe, which is really gearing up, is equipped with the TM-122. This Santa Fe facelift has a completely new look and is being released faster than expected, and there's a reason for that. First of all, it's because it's falling behind the Sorento in terms of market response. In this situation, if it's released with the next generation hybrid TM-122 system, it will become even more powerful. Since the fuel efficiency will also increase, it really seems like it will be a full redesign disguised as a facelift. Then I'll tell you all at once how it's going to change. If it's released with the TM-122 system, it will have stronger product appeal than the Sorento. No matter how great the Sorento's design and overall appeal are, if it comes out with the TM-122 system, this one is different, starting with the powertrain. So, what's different about it? The first is the innovation in hybrid structure, the P1 and P2 parallel system. The existing hybrid system used a method where a belt was attached to the engine to operate a connected starter generator. So, it was considered technically inferior to the series parallel hybrid system. The next generation system is different in structure from the start. I summarized it in a recent video. If you haven't seen it yet, please watch that video first. The conventional parallel hybrid system uses the TM-121 method, and in my video I described this structure as a tandem bicycle. Because it's a chain system connected as one, it's a structure where losses can occur. I explained that for this reason it is inefficient when it comes to charging, which is central to a hybrid system. However, a P1 motor has been added to the next generation hybrid. Instead of the traditional belt-driven method, a newly added P1 motor is now directly connected to the engine. This allows energy to be transferred efficiently without friction loss from the belt. Thanks to the dual motors working together, both performance and charging efficiency improved. Depending on the driving situation, the P2 motor, which is responsible for driving, and the P1 motor, which handles starting and generating power, work together. This structure is what makes up the next generation hybrid system. So, the next generation hybrid system maintains the acceleration and high-speed capabilities unique to parallel hybrids, while also improving charging efficiency. That's why, when TMED-two is applied to the Santa Fe facelift while the Sorento uses TMED-one, it's a game changer. Then, I think the important thing would be efficiency. If the next generation hybrid is applied, will the Santa Fe be combined with a 2.5 engine, or will it continue to use the existing 1.6 engine? According to the channel's prediction, the Santa Fe facelift released in Korea is expected to be equipped with the next generation hybrid, TMED-two, based on the 1.6 gasoline turbo engine. There's a reason for this. If a hybrid based on a 2.5 engine is used in a mid-size SUV, the benefits exclusive to hybrid vehicles, including tax advantages, are actually reduced. Of course, in the future, a hybrid system based on the 2.5 engine could be released in markets like North America, but I don't expect it to happen right away. Then, aside from mechanical changes, what aspects can drivers actually feel for themselves? Once you know this, you'll have no choice but to buy the Santa Fe instead of the Sorento. The first is Smart Regenerative Braking 2.0. It analyzes navigation information and the flow of vehicles ahead to automatically adjust the braking force. It also mainly lessens foot fatigue. On our channel, we expect at least about a 4% improvement in fuel efficiency. The second is V2L V2L, which used to be exclusive to electric vehicles, has now been applied to the hybrid system. This vehicle right here is the new Palisade. When you're camping or doing outdoor activities, you can use the vehicle's battery to power home appliances. If that's the case, the Santa Fe's outdoor image will definitely become much stronger. The third point is that improved NVH technology makes it even quieter. There are technologies called EFC and EIFC, which offset engine vibrations using a motor, and they've expanded their operating range up to 3000 RPM. Therefore, the technology that controls vibrations even when the car is stopped or charging at low speeds is called EIFC technology. Therefore, just knowing that the vehicle becomes much quieter, you can see that it's hard to compare the next generation hybrid systems TMED-one and TMED-two. Then, if TMED-two is applied, will the Santa Fe AWD also be eligible for eco-friendly benefits? It was 1 year before the launch of the new Palisade. On the channel, I told you that the fuel efficiency of the next generation hybrid system would be around 14.5 km per litre. On the channel, I told you that the next generation hybrid's fuel efficiency would be around 14.5 km per litre. Of course, there's a difference of about 0.4 kilometers per litre. From my perspective, since I'm giving you an estimate, I hope you'll be a bit generous about it. The reason I'm saying this is because I hope you'll also be understanding about the estimated fuel efficiency of the Santa Fe. Now, I've organized my thoughts on this. First, the current combined output is 235 horsepower. The next generation Santa Fe's combined output is 235 horsepower. The reason is that the motor performance has been enhanced and an additional motor has been added. So, the system's combined torque is expected to increase from 37.4 kgfm to 38.7 kgfm. It's expected to increase by about this much. The reason is that the transmission's allowable torque has been raised. And as for the important combined fuel efficiency, it's currently 15.5 km per litre based on the 18-inch two-wheel drive model. The next generation hybrid is expected to improve by about 4%, so our channel estimates it will be able to drive about 16.3 km per litre. This is just an estimate from our channel, so please use it as a reference only. Perhaps the previous Santa Fe's four-wheel drive hybrid model did not receive eco-friendly certification. With the change to TMED-two, the minimum passing standard is expected to exceed 14.3 km. If this happens, it is expected that all trims of the next generation Santa Fe facelift will effectively meet the eco-friendly certification. So, here is my final conclusion. If you are considering buying a mid-sized SUV, I recommend waiting a little longer for now. If the next generation hybrid system is applied, you can achieve both performance and fuel efficiency, and even V2 technology and electric vehicle light quietness will improve further. If you buy without knowing this, you might regret your purchase, according to this channel. However, the info I shared today isn't official from the manufacturer, it's just the channel's prediction. Since things can change depending on the market situation, it would be good to just take this as a light reference. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. This has been Yombok Gurium. Thank you.
If this was helpful, please give it a like.
Subscribe and turn on notifications to get accurate new car information quickly.
Thank you. Thank you.